The first tick on the Nifty is in the green. We have opened around 19,700, a gain of 23 points. The Sensex higher by 74, 75 points. So it's a flat opening, but with a positive bias, a gain of close to about 0.1%. Mid-caps too have opened with some strength, up close to about 0.3%. The top gainer today is Bajaj Finance, 1.5%. At opening. This is ahead of a board meeting on the 5th of October where they will ponder some fundraising via a preferential or the QIP route. Other financials like Bajaj Finserv, Kotak Mahindra Bank have a green tick. State Bank of India, State Bank of India too, which is one of the big movers on Friday, is higher. You've got strength in pharma names like Cipla and Dr. Reddy's. Apollo Hospitals too has a green tick. On the losing side, softness seen in Hero MotoCorp, that's down 0.8%. IT is on the back foot. So Infosys, HCL Tech are under pressure. Remember, Accenture reports their numbers on Thursday. And that will truly give us an indication on whether there has been some pickup in the quarter gone by. So Accenture reporting numbers is often seen as a lead indicator for IT companies in terms of a demand trend. But given the fall that we've had on NASDAQ over the last couple of days, IT is a bit subdued in trade. Axis Bank is now selling off. In fact, the Nifty and the Sensex too have dipped into the red. First, it was up 25 points on the Nifty. Now we're down 23, 24 points on the Nifty.
All right, Rima, let's run you through some mid-cap names and two stocks that are getting hit very, very hard. Relicare, we had the news early this morning that the Burmans, they want a bigger chunk of the company, but the pricing was a disappointment. The stock closed at around 272 rupees. The open offers at around 235 rupees. That's one of the top stocks on the downside. Giving it company on the downside is Delta Corp because of the massive tax notice that they've got. The stock is down close to around 10%. It's locked in lower circuit, actually. Stocks that are moving with very, very high volumes include PNB Gilts. Remember, they have a high amount of exposure to bonds. And because of the inclusion of Indian bonds into the emerging market bond index, well, you could see bond prices could move favorably for them. And that's where the stock, after being up 20% in Friday's trading session, it opened up with a gain of 3%, but now it's flattened out more or less. Suzlon, that's another top volume mover. That as well is up close to around 3%. So, Prashant, more or less, those are the broad stocks that are moving on very, very high volumes. But the Nifty, well, that's moving lower. And now it's approaching that crucial support zone of around 19,600. What else?
You know, just a few other names. By the way, the market breadth is quite positive. Some almost a little over 2:1. 1,200 stocks are higher and about 600 stocks are lower. The top stock is Swan Energy, which is coming up with a 13% gain. But, you know, it's also the top volume traded gainer. And that's the reason why I'm highlighting that Swan, not Suzlon, SWAN. So 336, 337 on that one is what you have. Big volumes, by the way, 1.4 million shares off the bat. ITI, Mangalam was just pointing that out as a momentumizer name. 4% higher on that one, 198. Again, huge volumes. Again, 1.4 million shares on ITI at the word go. There is Nelcast, which is up 9%. So this is an unusual mix straight off, which is coming up with gains. Again, volumes are 1.3 million on Nelcast. Suzlon, we put that up earlier. It's up 3% as the fourth largest volume gainer. There is Tata Investment Corporation. So that's the 2% higher. You know, KNR Construction comes up with about a 4% gain right now. So that's at about 283. And what else? Electra Green Tech is up about 1.25, so small. Senco, we were highlighting that towards the fag end of last week. I think some initiations on Senco, but the stock this morning is up 5%, 524, the sort of predominantly East India-based jeweler. Gland Pharma, Bajaj Healthcare are some of the other names which are coming up with decent-sized gains on the back of volumes at this point in time. Berger Paints is down 4.5%. I'm not sure if there's any specific news flow, but Berger at about 640 and on the back of some decent sized volumes. So flows are there. GMR Power is down 3%. Religare we highlighted. Delta we highlighted. Maybe a JSW Energy, which is down 1.5%, and Nazara, which is down 2% as well, perhaps we put up. So that's largely the summary that we have. As I'm kind of commenting and picking out what's moving both up and down, market breadth is completely flattened, more or less now 1:1 from being 2:1. So 950 stocks are higher from 1,200. That's shrunk to 950 in 5 minutes, not even, actually a couple of minutes. And you've got 900 stocks which are lower. So that gap is just completely sort of narrowed and gone. the advances to declines one. 35 points lower, 19,640 is where we are on the index.